I'm too deep within my head. I wanted to call it constant introspection, but in reality, it is constant anxiety. I wanted to call it constant introspection because it paints me in a beautiful light. Me, a thinker. I think, therefore I am. Me, a philosopher. I think about the world's issues. I think about the human condition. What an amazing person that would be. None of this is true though. This is just constant anxiety. This constant anxiety robs me of my humanity. I want to go out and just live life. Just live life, bro. It's not that easy when you're a sick person like I am. It took me decades to finally understand that life is not supposed to be hard. You're just supposed to live it. This constant stress and pain is just me being a defective human, sick. It's like being a paraplegic, except nobody can see that my mind doesn't work, not even me. I wish I were able to live in a moment. That's probably the whole point of this rant. I think I may have lived truly in the moment for some 4 or 5 moments during my whole life. Having an invisible disease like this, even if I can talk about it, it won't become real. I'm trapped within my head, condemned to suffer until I die. All I can do is seclude myself from the rest of the world and hope I don't need it. I don't want to hurt anyone, not even myself. Even if it is something out of my control, that is my wish. I first got my dog because I knew there was something really wrong with me. I got it so I would never be alone in this empty house. Well, I love her to death, but the house is still empty. It's not about the people you surround yourself with. It's about the thoughts you surround yourself with. Being stuck in anxiety and depression does not allow me to form real, genuine thoughts. I don't remember my last genuine self. I really don't, and I really would love to. This learning disability, love disability and such, they all feel like they stem from not being able to be in touch with myself. This constant anxiety, all my thoughts are poisoned. I could romanticize them and say that they are the thoughts of a troubled artist. Well, I'm no artist though. I have never produced any piece of material that inspired any other human being. I've made games, music, art. None of those were inspiring. I guess that's what you get when you don't truly have a soul. Do you know that character from Star Trek, The Next Generation, Mr. Data? He was a unique and complex android that struggled with finding his own humanity. As the show evolved, so did he. I can't believe even a fictional android can find humanity. As much as I'd like to compare myself to Mr. Data, he was charismatic, nice, and had infinite knowledge. I cannot claim any of those things. I'm on survival mode. I bite when threatened, and I don't even have knowledge on myself. When I was young, I wrote so much. This is another thing I abandoned before I abandoned music and drawing. You can call it poetry. I could say that writing these scripts is a form of me getting back to poetry, but I digress. When I was young, I wrote. I thought about life, society, philosophy, love. Nowadays, kids just doom scroll on TikTok. I'm no better than them since I doom scroll on my thoughts. What happened? It's hard to think back when I try to do so. I find out I've always suffered deeply. Talking to people, going to school, I was never happy. I always thought I'd be happy with a girlfriend, but I never was. It was just another form of suffering. And I'm not even referring to potential drama that comes from relationships, no. I'm referring to my broken mind. It always found new ways to suffer. My mind is the creative artist, not me, just a sadist one. Suffering this much shouldn't be allowed. Why is this allowed? I'm too deep within my head. Can you imagine how much more productive I would be if I were allowed to just produce? Look at me, asking questions. I thought these rants were meant to be hopeless. As a sitcom character I love once said, I don't want hope. Hope is killing me. My dream is to become hopeless. When you're hopeless, you don't care. And when you don't care, that indifference makes you attractive. He wanted to be attractive. I want to live in the moment. Maybe those two things are one and the same. Whether this is the last video or these videos last for years, I don't know. But just remember, no matter how bad things are, at least you're not me. You'll do alright.